Okay. I am very proud on behalf of ICSID to present the 2008 Australian International Design Award of the Year to...
It was a strange mixture of, joy and terror. This was like a huge shot of adrenaline in the company's arm. Of course, I didn't have anything written in terms of a speech. And I'm not good at that spur of the moment stuff.
Flake by Snow Sports Interactive and CMD Product Design and Innovation. Congratulations.
Both of our tables just jumped up and it was really quite exciting for us.
Everybody was punching the air and yelling. It was just a fantastic moment.
Well, it is certainly a speech that I didn't expect to be giving tonight.
I think the Design of the Year's had a big influence on them actually as a company. They've really gone from strength to strength.
Really, we got a huge amount of media attention. And not only in Australia, but overseas as well, particularly in America, where quite a few people pay a lot of attention to the Australian Design Awards.
Even as, places like South Africa, would you believe, have been, ringing up, asking about the product.
So, I think for us to actually go through that process of explaining what we did, how we did it, and why we did it, and then for, a panel of international judges to come back and say, you know what, you did a really good job. That means something. Yeah, that definitely means something.
I think the current economic climate's really challenging for everybody right now. That much is clear. But I think that the companies that are going to be on the forefront of pulling out of this are companies that are currently investing in innovation, in research development, and in design.
We know things are difficult, but it's not the time to step back, it's the time to step forward.
What we need is really a wake-up call, particularly as we go into the world, as we know, of greater international interconnectedness.
The companies that are thriving at the moment, particularly in this economic climate, are the ones that are innovating or buying into innovation. Just taking any idea and snatching it and running with it.
I think there's probably a general awareness among Australian businesses that it can give you a pricing advantage to bring in industrial designers into the process. I think there's less awareness of how it can actually reduce your costs.
It might cost them a little bit more in the inception, but over the life cycle of the product, it probably costs them less.
Good design is about turning a creative idea into something tangible, which is innovative or new.
And if you can actually translate that into a product at the right price at the right time, can really transform those companies.
For too often, people have assumed the only form of competition is a race to the bottom. I take the view that the only competition that we can engage in is the race to the top.
The slowdown has made people look far more closely at value. And of course, value isn't just the cheapest.
As a designer, you look at great design and you think, gee, I wish I'd done that. As a consumer, that translates into, oh, I must have one of those.
If you've got two products that are essentially the same product, one that's been designed is probably going to do better in the market. It's probably going to be a more successful product.
We can't rely on an attitude that rough enough is good enough. We have to have the very best, and we can only get that through professional design.
I have changed, just like you, just like you. For how long must I wait? I know there's something wrong.
So I think that design is probably not the single silver bullet that's going to turn the global economy around, but I think it's certainly going to be one of the things that helps.
The greater crisis we face is around the grand global challenges of climate change, global warming, and how we innovate our way around those challenges.
Industrial design as a profession is, by its very nature, wasteful of resources. We create new versions of things all the time. It's what we do.
Environmental sustainability is an interesting question. I think industrial designers and the general public are all part of the one society.
80% of a product's environmental impacts are determined at the design stage.
When we choose to buy a $15 toaster or a $20 cordless drill, we are choosing an unsustainable future.
I think we're on the planet for a very short period of time. Our actions obviously have all sorts of implications, but I think through observation we can look at problems and we can find interesting solutions, and I think that's what an industrial designer does.
Now's the time to innovate. Now's the time to look at opportunities that perhaps we haven't explored before.
Designers can certainly be looking for new materials that are more environmentally and ecologically sound, and we should be specifying those materials in our products.
And as we find electricity and energy and water bills going up, there'll be a very good reason for people to stick with environmentally sound products, because it's actually going to save them money over time.
Too many words, too many lies, I can't quite see the truth when I look into your eyes.
I think what separates good design from excellent design is the emotions more than anything else.
There is an enjoyment which comes through using a well-designed product.
Joy is not accidental. Joy is that little extra quality that's been designed in because somebody cared enough to find out what the user really needed or what they wanted.
We try and help. We try and make things simpler.
Good design in one sense is invisible to the user. It's a case of how can it be any other way?